In the dense, verdant forest of Verdania, the wild boars were both feared and respected. Known for their strength and tenacity, they roamed the forest in powerful herds, their tusks gleaming like ivory daggers. Yet, beneath their fierce exterior lay a surprising depth of compassion, especially towards those who respected the delicate balance of the forest. Lila, a young herbalist from the nearby village of Eldergrove, had always felt a profound connection to the forest and its creatures. She spent her days gathering medicinal plants and herbs, her gentle touch and kind heart earning her the trust of many animals. The villagers often sought her out for remedies, and she was beloved for her compassion and healing skills. One fateful day, while deep in the forest searching for a rare herb, Lila stumbled upon an injured wild boar. Its leg was caught in a cruel snare set by poachers. The boar, despite its pain, locked eyes with Lila, and she saw not fear, but a plea for help. Moving slowly to avoid startling the creature, Lila spoke softly, her voice soothing. "I'm here to help you," she whispered. With great care, she freed the boar from the trap and tended to its wound, using her knowledge of herbs to ease its pain and promote healing. The boar, sensing her compassion, remained calm throughout. Once it was stable, it nudged Lila gently, a gesture of gratitude, before limping back into the forest. Days turned into weeks, and Lila continued her work in the forest, her thoughts often drifting to the injured boar. One evening, as she prepared to return home, she felt a presence nearby. Emerging from the underbrush were several wild boars, led by the one she had saved. They approached her with cautious respect, and to her amazement, they began to bring her gifts: rare herbs, flowers, and even a delicate necklace made of twigs and leaves. Lila accepted these gifts with heartfelt thanks, understanding that the boars were showing their appreciation. Over time, a unique bond formed between her and the herd. They protected her as she roamed the forest, and she in turn ensured their well-being by removing traps and alerting the villagers to avoid harming them. One night, a fierce storm lashed Eldergrove. The howling winds and torrential rain caused the river to overflow, flooding the village. In the chaos, Lila was struck by a falling branch and knocked unconscious. She was found by the wild boars, who carefully carried her to a dry, sheltered cave deep within the forest. When Lila awoke, her head throbbed with pain, and she realized with a sinking heart that she had no memory of who she was or how she had come to be in the cave. The boars watched over her, their eyes filled with concern. Sensing her distress, they brought her food and stayed close, their presence a comfort. As days turned into weeks, Lila, now calling herself Ayla after the sounds of the forest, adapted to her new life. The boars guided her to safe places, showed her where to find food and water, and kept her company. Despite her amnesia, she felt an unexplainable connection to the forest and its inhabitants. One day, while exploring the forest, Ayla came across a familiar clearing. There, under a large oak tree, she found a small satchel. Inside were herbal supplies, a journal, and a locket. As she opened the locket, a flood of memories came rushing back. Her name, her life as a herbalist, and her bond with the wild boars. Tears of relief streamed down her face as she remembered her purpose and the compassion that had defined her life. Just as she pieced together her past, the injured boar she had once saved appeared, its leg now fully healed. It nuzzled her gently, as if to say, "Welcome back." Ayla, now Lila again, returned to the village with a renewed sense of purpose. She shared her extraordinary story, and the villagers were awed by the wild boar's compassion and loyalty. The village and the boars formed a pact, ensuring the safety and preservation of both the people and the creatures of the forest. In the end, Lila's journey through compassion, loss, and rediscovery brought the village and the wild boars closer than ever before, proving that kindness and respect for nature can bridge even the widest gaps. And as Lila looked out over the forest she loved, she knew that she and the wild boars were bound by a deep, unbreakable bond.